High. We have to be humble. He wants to have a broken and contrite spirit. Read.
Verse 7. Also Joshua and Bani and Sherebiah, Jamin, Achan, Shephatiah, Hadijah, Messiah, Kalida, Azariah, Josephat, Hanan, alive, and the Levites caused people to understand the law.
See, they caused the people to understand the law, making sure the people understood the law, because they knew what they were going to teach the people. They all were in one mindset. They all knew, so they caused the people to understand the law. Read.
And the people stood in their place.
So the people stood in their place. Did nobody get up and say, I'm tired, I'm gone, I gotta leave. Then go home and watch TV. Or whatever it is that you do after 2 hours is over. Or go to sleep. No, the people stood in their place. Read.
So they read in the book, in the law of the Most High distinctly, and gave them sense, and caused them to understand the reading.
Right, so that's why it's read and it's broken down. They read in the book of the Most High's word distinctly, and they caused the people to understand what they were reading, so they could understand what the Bible was saying. That's why it's done like that. Get Acts 26 and 14, I believe that's it, yeah. Because it's like, I look at how when people look at, if you think of this, the world that's to come or what's getting ready to go down, and the mindset of the way you've been programmed to think, and you can make up an excuse for yourself if you want to, but the Hebrew, like you just said, anything spoken in Hebrew and translated into another tongue or language has not the same force in it. It has not the same power. So let's see. We know that Mashiach Yahushua died, rose the third day, walked there for 40 days, ascended to the right side of the Most High, and he came back down to deal with Saul through the Spirit. Let's see what he did. Read that. And what language he spoke. They put the king of the Jews in what languages? Greek, Hebrew, and Latin. I know English, but let's see what he spoke when he came back. That time, so he's coming back again to judge and make war and set up a righteous kingdom on this earth. Well, let's read it.
Which verse?
Acts 26 and 14.
Acts chapter 26, verse 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, and saying in the Hebrew tongue,
He spoke.
Saul.
He spoke in the reason why we go to the scripture. Anybody know why we went to the scripture? Because what he said to Saul, but we went to the scriptures to show you that when he came back, he spoke in the Hebrew tongue. That's why I'm finding out people don't really understand why we do precepts. Because you go over the precept, you go to a precept, you go over it, then what's the point of just going there? Read it from the top again. Babu Kashab.
Acts chapter 26, verse 14.
See, when he came back, he spoke in the Hebrew tongue. The Hebrew tongue. He spoke in the Hebrew tongue. What did he say?
So, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the truth.
Right. So that's what he said to him, but he said it in Hebrew. That's very significant. Those that have ears to hear, let them hear. He spoke in Hebrew when he came back. So let's look at this. Let's go into give me Proverbs 4 and 7. I hope y'all taking time to study. You have a lot of time. Hope y'all taking the time to study. Very important because it's getting heated up. Things are getting heated up. And necessarily you might not be able to study. As time goes on, you have to have this, you have to know what to do, and you got no time to be explaining nothing to no one. It's going to be like move. We got to keep it moving. We have to do what we have to do as the Spirit moves. Read that. Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. So wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. It's the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, the proper application of knowledge. But with all thy getting, get understanding. We got to get understanding. It's very, very important. Because without understanding, you're going to fall into Ecclesiasticus 3 and 5. Can you read that?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 5.
No, Proverbs 3 and 5.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
Right. So it says, get understanding, but not your own understanding. It says you got to trust in the Most High with all your mind. And lean not on your own understanding. Read.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
In all your ways acknowledge the Most High. Read.
And he shall direct thy path.
Right. That's why I look at people, they don't really acknowledge the Most High. We got to thank the Most High for everything. Don't forget Moses. Hey. See, I deal with him mouth to mouth. Straight up. I don't speak to him in no dark sentences or no dreams. And Moses didn't get the Most High the credit for hitting that, for bringing his water forth. He hit the rock because Israel was getting on his nerve. And he sold in the promised land, but he didn't make it. We trying to make it to the kingdom. We have all the examples. That's why nobody has no excuse. We don't have an excuse. There's no excuse for us. Much is given, much is required. And many are called, but few are chosen. It's not no easy task. You know, we always can find a way to find fault in this carnal life that we live. And you should. But it starts with us. We as individuals are within ourselves. We tear ourselves, do a self-examination of ourselves. Tear ourselves apart. So we ain't nothing as we ought to be. Born in this wicked world. So I'm telling you, you got to study. You got to be in this word. Because you lean on your own understanding. You're going to feel a certain way. And it's contrary to the way of the Most High. Unless you can back it up by scriptures, how you feel and how your emotions or whatever it is that you're going through. But my love for you is to tell you the right way, whether you hear or forbear. some gonna hear, some not gonna like it, some gonna, fall by the wayside or gonna do whatever they're gonna do. But hopefully, we'll see each other in the kingdom if the Most High will. But we don't know. We have so much to do that we haven't done that we just, we're reading a book. We're reading scriptures to learn how to be righteous. Then when the book is closed, then what's the word on it? That's what's important. How do you act? What's the conduct? What everybody's saying about you? What are angels putting in somebody's ear saying, check this out? They're like this, they're like that. You know anything about that? That's some little birdies that be flying around that's watching over all of us. They know they're reporting everything. Verse 6 again.
Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
Yeah. In all thy ways acknowledge him. So if you are being directed to acknowledge the Most High, acknowledge the Most High. But you gotta get used to it. Because why should he deliver you or anyone when you don't acknowledge him? Or you acknowledge a woman, a man, a child, you acknowledge everybody else because you're talking about somebody all the time. If it ain't yourself, you're talking about somebody. So, but you don't talk about the Most High. Whether it's good or whether it's bad. He's going to be praised for everything, people. I think somebody got some other lesson going on in the background. Could you press *6? Why would somebody come on a conference call and do that before the Most High? Press *6 up.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves.
Are you there?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Read on.
Verse 7. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Most High, and depart from evil.
Right. You say, don't be wise in your own eyes. Thinking that you know this and know that. We know in part and prophesy in part. So don't be wise in your own eyes. Because it tell you knowledge puffers up. So you're going to feel that you somebody just because you know scriptures. A lot of brothers, they know scriptures, so they like big-headed. They prideful. The more it's given, the more humble you have to become. Most I want you to have a broken and contrite spirit. Read. Verse 7.
Be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bone.
He said, depart from evil. He said, be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Most High, and depart from evil. So you got to know what evil is to depart from it. You got to know what evil is to depart from evil. But if you don't know what evil is, you think whatever you're doing is okay. Just because you feel like it's okay. You walk around with all these demons or spirits that's been with you all your life that you have never expelled from your life and don't know it, because they don't want you to. They gonna cry out. They gonna lash out all the time. That's why you gotta fast and pray and get closer to the Most High. Study more. Open up this Bible and study more. What's the point of you being on my conference and I'm giving you all these scriptures and you don't even go over these scriptures? To come back, I ask you a question about something that we should already know because we're going over it over and over and over and over again. What are you studying? I even got to go back over it and over and over and over again. I'll be on the phone talking. I still have a word in front of me or something in front of me. Those that know me know I got scriptures written down everywhere. Pull it out my pocket, out my side pocket, this pocket, wherever. On the seat of the car, on the dashboard, on the steering wheel, somewhere you got it right there looking, stop at a light. You look at these scriptures. Keep the Most High word in you. Then you wonder why things aren't going the way they're supposed to go for you. Because you got to do this. You give him time, he going to give you time. So you gonna ask him for whatever you want to ask him for from your own understanding. And you think he'll come through for you, but how much time you giving to him?